The island of missing trees. Missing trees here symbolizes the missing people who were buried in an unknown grave during the civil war of Cyprus. As far as the themes of this novel concerns, themes are love, war and murder, suicide, and then we have mental illness and intergenerational traumas, and most important of all, the migration. Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Nafisa Hassan Khan. I have decided to create a YouTube channel so that I could connect with the like-minded people and especially the readers who love and adores the books. I have always been fond of books. I'm going to start with my favorite writer, Elif Shafak. I think she has published 9 novels, 9 or 10, I'm not sure, but I have read 8 of them. Let's start the book review with the introduction of the writer. Elif Shafak is a Turkish-British novelist. She is widely read and acclaimed author in the Turkey, and she has gained international recognition for her works. Famous works of Elif Shafak are 40 Rules of Love. That was the first novel I read, and that was so good, so brilliant. I'm speechless when it comes to describing the year I got and the lessons and things I loved about 40 Rules of Love. Okay, so we have I have read 40 Rules of Love, Bastard of Istanbul, Three Daughters of Eve, and The Flea Palace. And the book I'm gonna give you the review of is The Island of Missing Trees. Okay, my friend gifted me this book. I haven't bought this book, so I started reading this book in this week. Actually, my reading sequence is that I read a book in a week. Okay, we have discussed the Elif Shafak. She is my favorite. She is so good. I'm so big fan of her. Come toward the title of this novel, The Island of Missing Trees. Okay, recently Elif Shafak published her novel There Are Rivers in the Sky. Okay, one thing I would like to share is that in every novel of Elif Shafak we found the historical background and the element of two stories are always going on in different time periods in every single novel of Elif Shafak. Almost, I'm not saying all of them, but in almost. Okay, for example, in 40 Roots of Love, stories were going together. First one was of the and Shams, and the other was Aziz and the Ella. So two stories happening in two different time periods. I found the same scenario in There Are Rivers in the Sky. We found historical background and a single drop of water that was connecting the people from different time periods. So there are rivers in the sky with a single drop was the main point, or the main, we can say, the main element. But here in this novel, The Island of Missing Trees, we found the main element, trees. When I first saw this book and I started reading this, I thought, oh, this is the first There Are Rivers in the Sky is the second part of this novel. I thought they are connected somehow. So The Island of Missing Trees, the story, let's discuss first the characters of this novel. Main characters are Daphne, Costas. They are the teenagers who live in Cyprus, and in Cyprus there are divisions. Division in Cyprus is that Greek and Turkish people are living together. They were friends. They used to live peacefully, but then things got changed, became enemies, and started killing each other, and things got really bad in Cyprus. So these two teenagers, Daphne and Costas, they fell in love. I will describe the story later, but first we will discussing the characters. Daphne, Costas. Daphne is the, we can say, the female lead character, and the Costas is the male lead character. And then they had a daughter, Ada. And novel starts with Ada. She is in the classroom, and that scene, this is the starting scene of the novel. And then we have the sister of Daphne. Her name is Mariam. Yes, and two main characters are Yusuf and Yorgos, the owners of the Happy Fig. Happy Fig Tree is a tavern. You can say that it's a fancy restaurant at that time. So they are the co-owners, and later in the story it is revealed that they are gay. Conflict point is that he was Turkish and Costas was Greek. Here Yusuf is Turkish and Yorgos is Greek. So situations are really bad for these two couples. How did the story proceed? I'm not gonna give any spoiler alerts, but okay, we're done with characters. I will summarize this novel in the end, but first I'm gonna tell you the important thing. I have read many books, and I have never found in any book that the narrator was tree. In the Island of Missing Trees, the narrator is the fig tree. She is female, and she is the witness of all the events happening in the story. We just get to know about the events and what happened and how it happened, every detail from the perspective of this fig tree. She disclosed the story to the readers. Gets married, Costas and Daphne in the end, and they migrate from Cyprus to the England. I think in London, where they brought a stem of a branch of the happy fig tree. So not happy, it's fig tree. Happy fig tree was the name of the tavern. So they brought the branch of the fig tree and they planted it in their garden. It was very interesting that the tree was telling us the story, and she was telling us about the insects that attacks on her, and the bees that visit her, and the animals visits her, the birds that are sitting on her, and the people around her. The Costas is basically by profession a botanist, and he used to talk to the fig tree. Okay, one thing I found very surprising was that in that perspective of Adam and Eve, when they were expelled from the paradise heaven, we get to know that they eaten a, what was that, an apple, a fruit. But the fig tree says that this was not an apple, it was actually a fig. She says that I am of that importance that they ate me and then they were expelled from the heaven. It was me who tempted the Eve. And thank you for watching. I would really appreciate if you subscribe my YouTube channel. Please do read this book and let me know in the comment section if you like this book or not. How did you find the Island of Missing Trees? The book I'm gonna read next week is the Mountain Echoed by Khaled Hosseini. Let me show you. And this book is number 74 book in my mini library. I am pretty sure that I'm gonna get traumatized once again, because I still remember the impact of the Thousand Splendid Suns and the Kite Runner. I was so depressed. Every reader who reads Khaled Hosseini is traumatized by the tragedies faced by the characters in his novels. And the interesting part is that this book, the quality of these pages is so perfect. I love this book. Okay, see you in next video. Bye.